She served and poured at meals. She sorted piles of dead men's clothing, emptied their purses, and counted out stacks of queer coins. Every morning she walked beside the kindly man as he made his circuit of the temple to find the dead, silent as a shadow.
In 300 meters, turn right.
Silent as a shadow, she would tell herself, remembering Syria. She carried a lantern with thick iron shutters. At each alcove she would open the shutter a crack to look for corpses. The dead were never hard to find. They came to the house of...
Turn right on Credit View Road.
They came to the house of black and white, prayed for an hour, or a day, or a year, drank sweet, dark water from the pool, and stretched out on a stone bed behind one god or another. They closed their eyes and slept.
In 1.5 kilometers, turn left on Rathburn Road West.
And slept, and never woke. The gift of the memory-placed God takes myriad forms, the kindly man told him. But here it is always gentle. When they found a body, he would say a prayer to make certain life had fled, and Arya would fetch the serving men, whose task it was to carry the dead down to the vaults. There acolytes would strip and wash the bodies. The dead men's clothes and coins and valuables went into a bin for sorting. Their cold flesh would be taken to the lower sanctum, where only the priest could go. What happened in there, Arya was not allowed to know. Once, as she was eating her supper, a terrible suspicion seized hold of her, and she put down her knife and stared suspiciously at a slice of pale white meat.
In 300 meters, turn left.
At a slice of pale white meat. The kindly man saw the horror on her face. "It is pork, child," he told her. "Only pork." Her bed was stone and reminded her of Harrenhal and the bed she'd slept in when scrubbing steps for Reese. The mattress was stuffed with rags instead of straw, which made it lumpier than the one she'd had at Harrenhal, but less scratchy too. She was allowed as many blankets as she wished, thick woolen blankets, red and green and plaid, and her cell was hers alone. She kept her treasures there, the silver fork and floppy hat and fingerless gloves given her by the sailors on the Titan's daughter, her dagger, boots and belt, her small store of coins, the clothes she had been wearing, and needle. Though her duties left her little time for needlework, she practiced when she could, dueling with her shadow by the light of a blue candle. One night the waif happened to be passing and saw Arya at her swordplay. The girl did not say a word, but the next day the kindly man walked Arya back to her cell. "You need to rid yourself of all this," he said of her treasures. Arya felt stricken. "They're mine." "And who are you?" "No one." He picked up her silver fork. "This belongs to Arya of House Stark. All these things belong to her. There is no place for them here. There is no place for her. Hers is too proud a name, and we have no room for pride. We are servants here." "I serve," she said, wounded. She liked the silver fork. "You play at being a servant, but in your heart you are a lord's daughter. You have taken other names, but you wore them as lightly as you might wear a gown. Under them was always Arya." "I don't wear gowns. You can't fight in a stupid gown." "Why would you wish to fight? Are you some bravo, strutting through the alleys, spoiling for blood?" He sighed. "Before you drink from the cold cup, you must offer up all you are to him of many faces, your body, your soul, yourself. If you cannot bring yourself to do that, you must leave this place." "The iron coin." hast paid your passage